Good day, y'all. Captain Contra, aka The Fits. Another Friday. I just saw a video of, I thought it was Bahamian, Cassius Stuart, or Dr. Cassius Stuart. Looks like he's in, somewhere over there where, they're claiming the actual burning bush that, God, I guess, appeared to Moses in. They're over there, I don't know, maybe it's a tourist destination or something like that now. But he's over there all robed up in all white. But they're over there and they're talking about, this is the original burning bush or the burning bush or something like that, and they over there touching on it. I saw him grab a piece, but I don't know if he broke it off but it definitely touched it. Why I say I thought he was Bahamian? Let me keep this neutral, I guess. When I was growing up, kind of things people used to say around here is, but we don't do food. Bahamians ain't known for doing food. Maybe when they're younger and stuff like that, but as you get older and wiser and quote unquote, well, I guess doctors like to touch and investigate stuff anyway. Not sure what kind of doctor he is now. I don't know if he went into theology or something like that, why he's doing some kind of a Holy Land experience or something like that. But as a Bahamian, you gotta be really confident in your faith to go over there and seek out. I wouldn't say the last place God is definitely showing up, and to actually tamper with that, if that's what it is. But I wonder how many people actually have tampered with that, if that's what that actually is. And folks kind of get to wondering why things so treacherous and hazardous over in them parts of the world. Y'all saw one of my older videos, or did any kind of, I guess, religious knowledge classes like how we used to do in school back in the day. I don't know if they still do them now, where they teach like a basic history of, well, I wouldn't say the modern religions, but some of the world religions. Judaism, Islam, Christianity. We didn't touch on Rastafarianism or anything like that, but Hinduism. If you look at any of them from back in the old Judaism teachings and stuff like that, where they actually said what used to happen in the actual temple, and they actually still used to actually use the actual temple like that to go in and praise and worship. That one little particular spot in the back, or wherever it was, that only the high priest could go into, where they said the presence of God was there, and if he wasn't pure enough or chosen by God to be the high priest at the time, you literally used to actually go in there and die. Remember I was saying, if you saw it, it was so prevalent that when they used to actually have that particular time, although it wasn't all the time, but I guess certain times or of the year or whatever, the designated high priest or chosen high priest used to actually go into the back there. They used to tie a rope with I think bells or something like that on it. So when he used to actually go in the back there, if he wasn't who he said he was, they would have to pull him back out by that same rope. I ain't 100% sure, but what if that's a similar effect to people probably touching and tampering with that, why people falling out and burying themselves and stuff like that. I say it like that, if that's what it is. Burying themselves just from fooling with that. God is not to be played with. Now, if you know who you is and you're confident who you is, and God maybe tell you who you is or one of who you are or something like that, I mean, I guess we'll know in short order. I'm not sure how long ago that video was made, but things around here been looking like God mad at somebody, or some people. I'll say it like that. It's not the same place it used to be a few years ago. A few years ago, I was saying it wasn't the same place it was years ago. So something drastically has changed. I'm gonna say that's what it is. Maybe he's a good guy. I really don't actually know him at all, other than just seeing him on TV. If it's the same politician dude who used to be around here. I think he's a PLP guy. I don't know, but I know he was in politics. No. They say lawyers say lawyers are like some of the worst people and stuff like that. Liars. Politicians ain't necessarily always the best, most honest people either. So you can't trick God, you can't fool God with the motives is. If that was just a impromptu, I guess, tourist stop on his travels or something like that, I'd be interested in it too myself, to tell you the truth, if I was there. The kind of things, I kind of like them kind of things myself. But I don't know if I'd be the one that was, maybe brave enough to go ahead and say, get to touching on it and feeling on it like it's just something casual like that. So, Mr. Stuart, if it turns out this one of them videos that came around pre-pandemic time, maybe God get to saying, remember when Jesus was walking through the crowd and the woman reached out and touched him? And he didn't see it, but he's like, hold on, who touched me or something like that, he said. If he was the good guy and touch it, if that's what it is, and he decide to lock down the planet and say, what it is, touch him. These are the kind of things I'd be thinking. Maybe, I don't know if everybody else just think like that, but I didn't see in God in so many situations now. Respect in the word that's applies to him. Yeah, respect applies, but there's a difference between respect and fear. Them 10 Commandments did not say you must respect God. It says you must fear God. Fear, yeah, some people might like to consider that respect. Respect is something you give to people, to things. Right? I think you might need to go into a little quarantine right there, Mr. Stuart. And I'm sure, like I say, I'm sure if you're the bad guy or the good guy, if it seems like you managed to at least complete your video without falling out or catching a fire yourself. I don't know. But maybe we should let you stay over there for a couple of extra days and see if whatever kind of catastrophe might come as a result of you touching that before you bring it back this week. Because over here a little bit too hectic as it is right now. You look like bomb at the place, war going on, and ain't even no reports of unusual violence around the place. But it looked real drastic, as if something happened or something had happened or something about to happen. Unless all of them know you was going over there to go fool with that. People inside, like you don't see them. Ordinarily right now would have been somewhere else, but maybe that's why God have everybody or some people out of the way right now. Please tell me you pray before you touch that.